The U of I Wildlife Medical Clinic is back, and today Sydney and Sarah have brought one of their ambassador animals for us to meet. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Sydney, so give me a brief rundown about Wildlife Medical Clinic in case people are just tuning in for the first time.
So we're a nonprofit, so we run primarily off donations, and we're student run basically. We have only 2 full-time staff and then 2 part-time staff that are paid. So, and as far as that goes, we see anything but bats and skunks. So any wildlife that's injured, orphaned, ill, you can bring in, and we do our best to get them back out into the wild. And then for a select few, we actually have an ambassador team. So currently we have 11 animals in that program. So.
And Sarah, tell me who you are holding.
Yeah, so this is one of our more recent additions to the program. This is Maze, and she's a corn snake. And she's, we've had her for about a year now, but she's almost 3 years old.
Yep. And what are some facts about her? Like, how does she fit into the environment in central Illinois?
Yeah, so corn snakes are actually mostly from the southeastern U.S., but they are very closely related to rat snakes. Corn snakes are sometimes called red rat snakes, and we do have rat snakes here in Illinois. They're a little bit bigger, but they're more of a gray to a blackish color. So Maze is a good example for us to bring to programs. She was formerly a pet, but she looks similar enough to the snakes we have around here that it allows us to teach people about them.
And I know that that is something that you guys don't encourage, right? Is keeping wild animals as pets. So can you talk a little bit about like what to do in a situation like this, like how she came to you, or you know, what to do if you find a wounded animal?
Yeah, so the best thing to do would be, so we have tips on our website, or you can always call our phone number, and we can let you know, like, if you have questions about what to do. But in general, if you put them in a box, keep them warm, keep it quiet, and get them to the clinic as soon as possible. That's the best method. So, and then for her, we actually got her from a rescue group up near Chicago, because we don't get a ton of snakes in the clinic, and the ones we do get don't have the right temperament to be kept as an ambassador, and most of them are able to be healed and sent back out into the wild. So, but they are so important for like pest control, and then also being a food item for like hawks and other animals as well. So if you don't want mice and rats in your house, it's a good thing to have snakes around.
Well, and that's the thing. I feel like snakes sort of automatically get a bad rap, but as you can see, this one's very gentle. They do serve a very important purpose in the ecosystem. And then can you talk a little bit about being one of the student vets there and sort of what that program is like for you?
Yeah, so I'm a student leader in the clinic side on one of the treatment teams, and then I'm also one of the ambassador team coordinators, so I run the team of students that takes care of everybody. I got into this because I really enjoy education and public outreach, and so being a part of the ambassador program allows me to do that.
And then one final question, because I noticed that this corn snake very closely matches the color of my jacket, and she has like a very interesting color underneath, and you were sharing before we started that it's because she just shed. Can you talk a little bit about what happens when snakes shed and why snakes shed?
Yeah, so when they grow, they basically outgrow their skin. And so the very, very outer layer, they will shed off periodically so that they can continue growing. One of the reasons they're called corn snakes is because of the pattern on their belly. It kind of resembles flint corn. And when she does shed, or is going into shed, they end up kind of looking dull. And then after shed, all of their colors are nice and bright and vibrant. So she's especially pretty today.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for being here, and thank you for bringing this ambassador animal. And if you want more information about the wildlife clinic or want to know how you can donate, you can visit us on the web after the show at ciLiving.tv, and we would be happy to connect you.